then I thought I'd pop on real quick and just show you the new 2025 Reselling Planner and Accounting Ledger that I just put out. The link is below the video. This is available on Amazon. I didn't do one of these in 2024. There was a lot going on. But I have done in the past. They were always really popular, so I did bring it back for 2025. And what's exciting this year is not only can you get it in paperback, but it's also in hardcover. So I have the hardcover edition here, so that makes it really nice. This is for people who sell online, who sell on one platform or multiple. It doesn't matter. So I thought we'd just go through it really quick and you can see what it is like. So here we have the cover. You open it up and you can, put who it belongs to. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with a tripod and I'm not the best at it. We have the copyright page. Then little welcome letter from me, and then everything about how to use this planner, because it's not just a planner, it's also an accounting ledger to track your income and your expenses to make tax time a lot easier. So this explains how to use it. Then I have pages for your personal information, your business information, all your reselling websites, IDs, URLs if you need them, the federal holidays when the post office is closed, because if you're a reseller, you know that's important. Then we have the 2025 calendar grid, and here I have a page for your 2025 reselling goals, your sourcing goals, listing goals, gross sales goals, and net sales goals. Then we come into the first month, so we have January calendar grid, and then your January monthly goals. Then I have the ledgers. So here you can do your January business bank account. So just like your check register would be if you're still writing checks. No shame. I know people make fun of people who still write checks, but I have an estate sale company that takes checks. They don't take credit cards, so I will gladly write a check. The date, the transaction, debit, credit, balance, just like you would keep a normal checking account, but this is for your business. Then these two pages, you can track your mileage for the month, and then you can track your cost of goods. So I just did the date, where you purchased, if you used cash, check, or card, how much you spent at that location, and then your total, running total. So you can track each of these things throughout the month. Then we get to the income pages. So we have your reselling income. So here I put all of the most popular reselling sites as well as online sales, local sales. Now, again, if you're just selling on eBay, you can just use it for eBay. Or if you just sell on Poshmark, you can do that. A lot of us sell on multiple platforms. Like I'm selling on eBay, but I also sell locally. So I can use it for that. And I can tally my gross sales. Now note that all of these platforms will give you your gross sales after they take their fees out. So those are the numbers I put in here. The gross sales after the platforms take their fees. So then over here are all of your expenses you can claim. Now note, I no longer put fees over here because all of the platforms take fees, although I did just leave one line, platform fees, just in case you have one that doesn't. But generally, I just take that out immediately and just give me what the site gives me, and so I don't have to track it here. But we have advertising, if you do any ads, banking fees, your total cost of goods. So here's where you would go back to your cost of goods account ledger and what your tally was for the month, you'd put it there. If you are paying quarterly income tax, if you carry business insurance, any meals you had while you were working, out and about, like a business meal, not just you had lunch at home, office supplies and equipment, phone, internet, postage. Again, if you sell on a reselling site, they automatically take the postage out, most of them. But if you have to run to the post office and pay out of pocket, you can do that there. Sales tax, if you collect it, I don't think anybody collects sales tax anymore, but if you are doing your own local sales and you're collecting tax, I did put that there. Shipping supplies, if you're doing any traveling for sourcing, any additional expenses, and then you can see your total expenses and then your mileage. So you take your gross minus your expenses, and that's what you would get for the month. So then we've got our weekly notes here, and this just kind of goal setting, keeping you on track. So number of new listings, number of items cross-posted, number of sales, your gross sale total, your net income total, any returns or cases, your mileage, inventory costs broken down by day, what platform you're having the best sales, what platform were the worst, and on a scale of 1 to 10, how was your week? And then we go into the weekly calendar grid. So you can see you've got the 7 days along with priorities and to-do lists. And then every day is, or I'm sorry, every week is the same until we get into the next month. And then we start all over again. So in the back of the book, you're going through your year, you're tracking everything. Here we have December, get through the end of the year. And then as you're tracking your, your income, as you're tracking your gross and your net, you have those numbers here at the bottom of the page. When you get here to the end, you can just add up each month. So go through January through December and add up your gross sales total on that final line for each month. Remember, it'll be here. So you go to every month, gross sales, all 12 months, add it up and plug that number in here. And then you're going to do the same with your expenses, plug that number in here, same with your mileage. And then when you go to file your taxes, if you didn't get a tax form from these sites, some send them, some don't, some send depend on how much you had in sales, you would enter that in. So your gross sales, if you're getting your tax form, it's going to show you on that, but it's just good to keep track of it anyway. But then your expenses are things that you can deduct come tax time. So what I used to do is I would have this sheet here. I mean, I did tally this, but I also had tax forms. So I would give this sheet with all of my tax forms that I got from the sites. And then I would just give my accountant this sheet of all my advertising. I didn't have to give him every month. I didn't have to give him receipts. I just gave him this. And then he knew what all of my expenses were, all of my mileage. Of course, also accounting for things like health insurance. And if you work from home, you take that, how much you square footage in your home also as well. But these are everybody's going to have these business expenses kind of regardless of your situation. And then that's all you have for tax time. Really, this is the most important thing. Like I said, if you don't get a tax form, you do need to report, and all of the sites will show you what your gross sales were from the previous year. So you can enter that in, and then that's it. Taxes, you're done. And then I have passwords here, and then we have some contact sheets. So that is the 2025 Reseller Planner and Accounting Ledger. It is thick. I love the hardcover. I love the hardcover because it just makes writing easier, but it is available in paperback if you are interested. Like I said, the really special thing about this is the income and then these ledgers that you can track your money, your cost of goods, your mileage. So I hope that gives you guys a little look into what the planner looks like. Again, it will be linked in the description below if you want to go over and grab a copy. This has always been really popular in the past, so I was happy to bring it back in 2025. So let me know if you guys get a copy, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you guys always for your support, and I hope you find this year's planner helpful.